Now, Facebook's annual developer conference has officially kicked off. In his keynote address, CEO Mark Zuckerberg signaled that a major focus for the company going forward will be augmented reality.
Even if we were a little slow to add cameras to all our apps, I'm confident that now we're going to push this augmented reality platform forward. And long term, all the work that we're doing here is going to go into the glasses that we all want. It's all the same technology, and this is another step on the path there.
Joining us with an inside take live from Facebook's F8 Developers Conference in San Jose, California, is Bloomberg Technology's Sarah Fryer. A rather relaxed-looking Mark Zuckerberg on stage today. What were your key takeaways, do you think, in terms of the push? It seems to be take that Snapchat.
Well, it was really interesting. Snapchat this morning announced that they'd start doing this 3D overlay on the real world just in time because Facebook comes out at their big developer conference of the year and basically says that this strategy that Snapchat has brought to the fore, we're going to win at it. So Zuckerberg's very confident that, despite the slow start, as he said in that quote you pulled, they are going to be the ones that are going to get people used to augmented reality first through their phones and then through some sort of device.
Of course, they made a big push into virtual reality with the purchase of Oculus, many questioning perhaps the price point they paid for it. But they're not giving up on VR either. There seems to be a new focus on the so-called spaces they launched today.
Absolutely. I mean, VR has become this incredibly crowded market. And for Facebook to look at this market and say, like, what can we really own? It's the social communication, the social software that helps people, really build their relationships like they do on the main app. So what they announced today was this thing called Spaces, where you can create this VR avatar, and then you can hang out with your friends and family in this avatar world.
I mean, plenty of energy clearly going on at F8 from the speakers, from the developers and the crowd, but there was also a more personal and perhaps more awareness note that was made by Mark Zuckerberg, of course, noting that there had been this tragic occurrence over the Easter weekend in Cleveland. A murder had taken place and it had been sadly broadcast on Facebook. We can just have a listen to what Mark Zuckerberg said earlier.
Our hearts go out to the family and friends of Robert Godwin Sr. And we have a lot of work, and we will keep doing all we can to prevent tragedies like this from happening.
Sarah, are you surprised he took to the floor and mentioned this, or did he have to?
I think his word choice is very interesting. Prevent tragedies like this from occurring. What's the tragedy? Is it that this murder went viral? This is something that's going to be tricky for Facebook to navigate in the future. They currently rely so heavily on humans to flag stuff when it's something that needs to be taken down. And they, once this was flagged, they got it down in 23 minutes, they say. But that's not fast enough. The internet moves even faster. And so what they need to do, Zuckerberg says, and others today have echoed this, is use artificial intelligence to be able to determine that these videos are inappropriate for the platform much earlier on.